management, when we have to stand for long periods of time. I've known with my lower back for 30 years now, if I sit for a long period in one position or if I have to stand in one position, my back will hurt. I also call it the museum shuffle or the shopping shuffle. If you move a little bit and stop and move a little bit and stop, my back will hurt after half an hour or hour of that. A lot of you fall into that category. Well, here's a common one. You are at home and you have to prepare a more extensive meal. So you're standing in front of the stovetop and the sink for a while, and I've had a lot of people tell me, oh, I dread that, my back aches and so forth. When I was 15 years old, I got my first job as a dishwasher. Actually, that was after the paper route, so not really my first job. But now I had to stand in front of a sink washing pots and pans for hours. And after that, my back started hurting. So that was my first experience of back pain, age 15. Now, I was already going to the chiropractor. We were brought in as kids, so I was already familiar with going to chiropractic care. So I'd go to the chiropractor, receive an adjustment, and feel good. But then I would go back and wash pots and pans like this, and the back pain would kick up again. Well, I figured at age 15 to stand like this in front of the sink. Okay? So coming back to the side, instead of bending over and doing pots and pans and dishes, I did that very good looking spread eagle position like this, and now I could stand and my back was fine. Because you can see the big hinge in the lower back is now at a neutral state. It's at the center of the teeter-totter. It's not bent forward doing our thing. Okay? Well, now the same for you. If you're prepping food, doing dishes, maybe doing a hobby, and you're at a countertop for a while, don't bend forward at the big hinge right here. Standing would be, stand with that spread eagle position if you need to, like so, right? So stand like this. No, not super attractive, right? But boy, your back won't hurt, and that's important. So when you do that, you can hang out here for a while. Obviously, that won't work with stocking feet on a tile floor, so you have to have something grippy. And let's say you're over here at the stove, pick yourself up, move over to the sink, reset, there you go. Pick yourself back up over here, over to the cutting board, and so forth. If you're doing a marathon session of food prep or cleaning in the kitchen or a hobby, take a break, hit the deck, do some knee roll stretches that you learned from me, go back to my YouTube page and run through some of those spine stretches. Okay? Here's another thing. At the bathroom sink, brushing your teeth, washing face, shaving, makeup, whatever's going on, a lot of people will complain, my back hurts when I do that. Okay? Well, we can do the same thing at the sink, provided there's enough room. If this is your bathroom sink, do it like this. Okay? But sometimes you need to, again, go forward, spitting water out, shaving, whatever you might be doing. Okay, that's fine. At least you're going to be lower when you've got that spread eagle position. Well, here's a couple of alternatives. If your bathroom is tight and small like mine, I can't do this in my bathroom. What I can do is a couple of things. Number one is one foot in front of the other like a lunge, and then go down and do your thing, right? So again, you're not just bending at the waist doing this, because that's really bad. That's going to cause a lot of pain, okay? So watch the lunge now. Lunge position, you're going to be a little bit lower, and that's going to be less stress on your lower back. Switch it up if you need to be there for a while, like this, okay? Or one of my favorites is now doing the hip hinge. So when you're in this position, you stick your rear end out like this, almost like you're going into a squat. You're hinging at the hips, and then you stay here. Now what you're going to notice is you're going to have more power in your glute muscles, and you're going to be stretching your hamstrings at the same time. And you can sustain this for quite some time in this position, brushing your teeth, shaving, so forth, and then come back out of that. And then if you need to go back in, hip hinge, stick out like this. Now that's better, if you watch me now, watch me carefully, than bending forward at the waist like a lot of us do, and that causes a lot of pain. Okay? Watch the difference with the hip hinge. Rear end comes up, and then you do it like this. So there's a few alternatives in the bathroom. Number one, the Dr. Fuller Spread Eagle Special. Number two, one foot in front of the other lunge, other foot in front of the other lunge. Number three, a hip hinge. Just come down, put a stretch in your hamstrings, and hang out like that. Lastly is when I'm brushing for a little while, I'll just stand up and brush, and when I need to spit, I'll go back down into this position again. You see? Standing management, and the big one out of that is the Dr. Fuller Spread Eagle Special.